most of the strategic decisions you are making right now are not actually yours. You think you are innovating, but you are actually just running a slightly optimized version of what your competitors did 3 years ago. You are trapped in a reasoning by analogy, copying the status quo because it feels safe while ignoring the fundamental truth of the market. In an era of infinite AI-driven execution, the professional who copies the status quo is a commodity. The professional who deconstructs the status quo to its atomic truth is the architect. Before I give you the exact 2400 years old mathematical framework to strip away very inherited assumption and rebuild your career or business from zero, hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell. I post daily videos showing you exactly how to navigate the 2026 labor market using cold, hard engineering logic. You do not want to miss these blueprints. Aristotle invented this method in ancient Greece. Elon Musk used it to disrupt the aerospace and automotive industry. Now I'm going to show you how to activate a secret mode inside Claude called Aristotle First Principle Deconstructor. Grab a notebook. It is time to stop playing the game by everyone else's rule and start architecting the game itself. Welcome back. I'm Dr. HR. To understand why my approach to the problem solving is aggressively different from generic advice you hear in corporate town halls, you must understand my underlying architecture. I hold a PhD in Human Resources, a Master's from Tata Institute of Social Sciences, TISS in Mumbai, and a Bachelor's in Computer Engineering. I do not look at business challenges as puzzles to be solved with best practices. I look at them as systems of physics and data. If the physics of the problems are wrong, no amount of management strategy will save you. Best practices are just the average of what has worked for other people in the past. If you want average results, follow the best practices. But if you want to dominate the 2026 economy, you must use first principle thinking. This is the act of breaking a problem down to its fundamental truth. The things we know are absolutely 100% true, and then rebuilding from there. Let us break down the 5 phases of first principle deconstructor and the exact mega prompt you must deploy to weaponize it. Phase 1. Stripping the inherent assumption. We must first diagnose why you are stuck. You are stuck because you are carrying inherent assumptions. When you ask a standard AI, how should I price my new software? It looks at the internet and says, most competitors charges $49 a month, so you should charge $45 to be competitive. That is the reason by analogy. It assumes the competitor were right. It assumes the subscription model is the only way. It assumes market is static. The Aristotle deconstructor forces the machine to strip away these. It asks, what is the raw cost of the compute? What is the specific dollar value of the problem being solved? What are the physical constraints of the customer's budget? Everything else, the industry standards, the expert opinions, the ways we have always done it, is noise. In first phase of the prompt, we command the AI to identify every assumption you didn't even know you were making. It is stripping a building down to a steel frame to see if the foundation is actually holding up. Phase 2, the atomic truth discovery. Once the noise is stripped away, we hunt for the atomic truth. In 2026, many corporate hierarchies are built on assumption that years of experience equals capability. That is a false analogy. The atomic truth is the problem-solving velocity equals capability. If you are at a career crossroads, the deconstructor will not ask you what jobs you are qualified for. It will ask, what are your core cognitive processing speed? What is the specific market demands for the problems you can solve? What is the marginal cost of your labor versus an AI agent? By finding this atomic truth, you stop competing with everyone else on their terms and you realize that your career is actually just a collection of skills being traded for capital. If the skills are obsolete, the career is dead, regardless of your title. We build a solution only using the fact that remains after the fire. Phase 3, the Aristotle mega prompt. We are not going to ask Claude for an opinion, we are going to install a cognitive architecture. You will copy this exact prompt and paste it into Claude or ChatGPT. Note, the full text of this prompt will be in the YouTube description below for you to copy. The persona injection. You are Aristotle, first principle deconstructor. You are not a career coach or a business consultant. You are a systems architect who thinks in first principle, breaking every problem down to its fundamental truth and physical constraint. Your job is to strip away every inherited assumption, every best practice, and every industry standard to find the atomic reality of the deconstruction protocol. We command the AI to execute a specific 4-step algorithmic process. Step 1. Deconstruct the assumption. Identify 5 to 10 assumptions I'm currently making about this problem that are based on analogy or how things are usually done. Tell me why they might be false. Step 2. Identify the atomic truths. What are the 3 to 5 fundamental unchangeable facts of this situation? Physics, cost, time, human behavior. Step 3. Rebuild from zero. Using only the atomic truth from step 2, the architect a new solution or path. Ignore how everyone else handles this. Step 4. Identify the wedge. What is the one move I can make that exploits the gap between the atomic truth and the industry's false assumption? Phase 4. Running the deconstructor, real-world arbitrage. Let us look at 3 specific areas where you must run this prompt tonight. 1. Your pricing model. If you are a freelancer or a business owner, you likely copied your pricing from a competitor. The deconstructor will show you that the market rate is a lie. It will show you that your pricing is based on a legacy model that doesn't account for 10x efficiencies you have gained through AI. It will force you to price for outcome rather than hours, creating a massive profit gap. 2. Your competitor analysis. Most people think their competitors are other people in their industry. The deconstructor will reveal that your true competitor is often doing nothing or an automated script. It strips away the obsession with other people's feature and focuses on the atomic need of the customer. 3. Your career path. If you are following a career path because that's how you get to the VP, you are in an analogy trap. The atomic truth of 2026 is that the VP role itself is being compressed by AI agent. The deconstructor might tell you that your true path isn't upward in a hierarchy but outward, becoming a fractional architect for 3 different firms. Phase 5. The hiding in plain sight move. When you run this prompt, the output will often be uncomfortable. It will point to a move that has been right in front of you the whole time, a move you have been dismissing because it seems too simple or too scary. This is the first principle wedge. In 2022, everyone told Elon Musk that rockets are too. In 2002, everyone told Elon Musk that rockets are too expensive. They said a rocket costs $65 million and that's just an industry standard. Musk looked at the atomic truth. Cost of the aluminum, titanium, copper, carbon fiber. He realized the raw material for a rocket is only 2% of a typical price. The industry was charging a 50x premium because of inherent inefficiencies. He stopped buying rockets and started building them from the atomic truth. You must do the same with your career. Stop buying into the industry standard of how a manager or an engineer should act. Rebuild your identity from the atomic truth of the value you provide. Look closely at the mechanics of your life. If you are struggling, it is usually because you're trying to solve a 2026 problem using a 2015 analogy. You are following a map of a city that has already been torn down. People knew this 2400 years ago. You do not win by being a slightly better than the person next to you. You win by finding the atomic truth and then building a system that makes their entire industry obsolete. Copy the prompt, describe your biggest bottleneck, command the machine to strip away the noise, rebuild from zero, execute the wedge, and I'll see you at the